All right, this is kind of a big deal. Run, don't walk, go and do another round of Shattered Dimension, and then immediately set a 24-hour timer as soon as you finish it. I'm looking at my clock, and I've got 2 hours and 15 minutes before I can do it again, and this has given me a lot of shards. I mean, there's those illumination orbs, which I know they have like Shuri and Hank. It's been great. North Star, Shattered Dimension issue. Today, an issue occurred with Shattered Dimension, allowing players to run it for a third time after the time drawn. We have identified the issue and will keep the event running as normal. Players will be able to complete Shattered Dimension daily for the node rewards until the event ends. Will not extend the time on the old enemies event to maintain the integrity of the leaderboard. Be sure to continue to play Shattered Dimension daily for some extra rewards. And I did hear that a lot of people felt like if they missed the window to do it quickly, the people may have an advantage where they get an extra run. Okay, weekly blog. We're going to get into the blog. There's a couple things of interest in here. The first thing is that we have Weekend Arena Warriors. That is running right now, so go and do that, and don't forget to take Silver Surfer into battle. But basically it's going to be annihilators and then winning battles. So if you can do a total of 10 battles over it's actually 2 days, but there's actually like 3 resets, I believe. So you have 3 sets of 5 that you can get the 10 attacks. I know that I don't normally play Silver Surfer, so use Silver Surfer to get the extra 2,000 points, and then there's for the other Annihilators and Ultimates included. And then we have initial release on Sentinel, which will be happening on Tuesday. This is from Bendable Straws, but on my testing also, Sentinel is Striker because his ISO attack gives counterattack to the entire team. And this is Hammer Tech, which I have a bunch of those, but you know, these are the uniques if you want to start saving for them. Also, Lady Deathstrike and Scientist Supreme are getting quite a bit of use. I mean, massive amount of stats. I want to say that Lady Deathstrike just does a gross amount of damage. She's so strong. However, she can be stopped by something by blind. So in my last war video, I actually had no problem getting through 2 different Lady Deathstrikes with various tools, right? I was able to do it. Mostly blind. It kind of slows her down. It would be my suggestion. All right. This is kind of a big deal. A greater purpose, I believe. We're going to go and read it down at the bottom, but this is going to be access to Gladiator. I know that they said that there was going to be up to 100 shards. We're going to go read it. I looked at it briefly, but we'll go over it together. Spend ISO 8, Campaign Energy, Battle in Cosmic Crucible. Collect Crimson Council Orb for Abs and Battle and Blitz with Annihilators. Fine. And then we got the Greater Power Web Milestone. Spend Radioactive Trace Event Store. Tolerances Extinction Alliance milestones. Collect milestone points from Orcus raid nodes, battle and raids, and collect ally supply 6 orb fragments. And then we're going to have a blitz with Asgardians. And so this is going to give greater accessibility. And they're also moving Lady Deathstrike to a node. So like we'll get to it. Lady Deathstrike was only in the Crucible store. Panda Pool to Raid Store and Raid Orb. Dock into Arena Store and Arena Orb. Pav to Blitz Store and Blitz Orb, and then Spotlight Orbs will feature Penny, Spider-Man, Pav, Peter B. Parker, Leader, and Iron Patriot. So I know a lot of people are saying that they already have all those characters maxed out. So my suggestion, if you're in that situation, to continue to hoard Spotlight Orbs until they add a new character to the orb. Then it feels good when you open them to get that character. So that will help. Then we got the Sentinel. We're going to skip through the Sentinel. The one thing that I want to mention is this is going to be new. Starting with the Orcus team, increasing the drop rate for featured Red Star characters from 15 to 25%. So Red Stars largely is a solved problem for endgame players, but like for example, Sentinel comes to the game, you start opening 6 or 7 reds. Instead of it being a 15% chance to have Sentinel when he's a featured character, it'll be 25%. Fantastic. We're going to scroll down. We're going to talk about Lady Deathstrike and then also the Gladiator event. Lady Deathstrike returns to campaigns. Those looking to power up Lady Deathstrike in preparation to building their Orcus team can now find more of her shards in the Mystic campaign, chapter 1. mission node 3. Yeah, because Lady Deathstrike was just in the Crucible store, and Crucible store is a rather crowded space at that time. Graphics improvement updates. So this was available on beta on Android, and there were sound issues, pink bars in raids, and generally just too much shininess. They're going to reissue it, and there was lag errors. So this is going to be for Android, and I haven't seen that they're going to be returning to this to iPhone anytime. Next our graphics update is for Android device will revive in the following week's upcoming version 8.3. As a result, certain older Android devices that don't meet the minimum device specifications could experience issues running the game. And then this is the issues. Hopefully that is not a problem. Then we got the Friday 3 claim. And this is what everybody has been waiting for. Annihilator Initiative event. So this is next week. Sees more radioactive treats, gladiator character shards, crimson bio gear pieces, and diamond orb fragments. And there were a bunch of people in my chat today that said that they just finally unlocked gladiator, and then there were still some people that have not unlocked gladiator. Hopefully this will... This is ridiculous. What has it been? Like almost it feels like it's been a month. I think it's close to a month. I mean, it's well over 3 weeks. I think 28 days. Spin Isolate, Campaign Energy, Battle the Cosmic Crucible, collect Crimson Council Orb Fragments, and Battle on Blitz with Annihilators. And then here are the charts. And that is a good thing. I just wanted to go over two things quickly here. Moment of silence for Phoenix, Jubilee, Kitty Pryde, and Colossus reworks. A few months ago, they barely mentioned they were coming. They were not announced when released and made Faye whimper in the wind. Yeah, I mean, I know this was around the X-Men 97 show, but they reworked them and it was a non-event. And my best guess is that this was supposed to be tied into the Moments release, but that has been pushed back significantly. So, I mean, I can't make any sense over this at all, what happened and why because typically when they spend time in reworking characters and opening them up, you know, they rework 2 of them and then they sell us 3 new characters. Well, that didn't happen. And other than X23, which was also at the same time of this, you know, largely I've not really got much use out of Jubilee, Kitty, and Colossus. Some marginal use for Phoenix, and then X23 went to the Weapon X team. Also, now that Lady Deathstrike has the Orcus team, a lot of people are asking what to do because in war, Weapon X really needs a 5-piece. So I'm hoping that they will give another character in the game the Weapon X tag so that if I want to put Wolverine on Alpha Flight and put Lady Deathstrike on Orcus, then I could still keep a 5-man team of Weapon X. So otherwise, that team is not that strong. And actually, I'm not having a hard time getting through Lady Deathstrike, like I said, with blind. So I don't know. And then lastly, current bottlenecks. So for years, I was whining about gold, always poor and sitting under 50K. The usual thing, even without buying much in the stores, everything's changed. I have dozens or millions of gold, but nothing has changed. I can't level winning because my new bottleneck is training mats. With those new characters dropping almost a week, I can't level enough with previous teams. So what's yours now? Gold, training ISO. I know on my new player account, it was definitely training materials. And for me, in getting into DD7 and getting Mephisto was largely centered around spending ungodly amounts of money on red gear. I mean, someone did the math saying like if you just paid for every piece of gear, it's like 90 million gold. So I feel like they bumped the gold quite a bit. And now that I've gotten Mephisto and have stopped buying large amounts of red gear, I've gone and upgraded the teams. And now I've upgraded my teams. And I'm actually moved into a position of surplus on gold. What's your situation? How it's working for you? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.